Hey, what's going on guys? Oscarmini here, and today's video is one of those videos where I put in 12 hours to shoot a battery drain test between certain smartphones to hopefully give you an idea of what using the smartphones would feel like under intense use conditions, how long these batteries last, and which of them you should pick if the battery is a major concern when picking up any of the smartphones. If you do appreciate the effort put into this video, kindly hit that subscribe button and click on that bell icon to stay notified, as it helps us a bunch. Okay, in today's episode of the battery drain test, we have 4 smartphones ranging from the TECNO Pouvoir 4, the Spark 5, the Camon 15 and the itel P36. While also in that order from left to right, we have 6000 mAh battery on the Pouvoir 4, 5000 mAh on the Spark 5, the Camon 15 has 5000 mAh while the itel P36 comes with 5000 mAh also. I pretty much have made reviews on this channel for all the smartphones, and I'd have them linked in the description below in case you want to check them out. Also note that all the smartphones are new and also have their batteries charged up to 100% for this test. With all of those out of the way and without taking much of your time, yo guys, let's get started. The first test here with all the smartphones at 100% will be an Instagram run on the Explore page for all these devices, obviously without any other apps running in the background. I launched the Instagram app, tapped on the Explore page and had an endless run of videos for the next 1 hour. After an hour and checking on the devices, the Pouvoir 4 dropped to 93%, same as the Spark 5, same thing with the Camon 15, while the itel P36 dropped to 90%. I went ahead to let this run for 1 more hour, and after 2 hours of Instagram Explore page run, the Pouvoir 4 had dropped to 87%, the Spark 5 had 86%, the Camon 12 was at 85%, while the itel P36 was at 80%. It was time to move on to the next phase, which is running the camera app for a period of 2 hours in the video mode, recording at 1080p, and that's with the LED flash turned on. Now, I'd like to let you guys know that these devices can't really record straight 2 hours and in fact would overheat. So I had to give 2 to 5 minutes break intervals after every 10-minute run. After the first 1 hour of recording videos with the flash turned on, the Pouvoir 4 dropped by 15% to 72%. We had a 16% drop on the Spark 5, leaving it at 70%. The Camon 15 dropped by 17% to 68%, and the itel had dropped to 65%. So we continued with the test, and after an additional 1 hour, bringing the camera test to a 2-hour window, the devices had the following charge from left to right: 58, 53, 51 and 50% respectively. Note that this is a total of 4 hours so far. Next up is another drain session, and this time, I thought, why not run the 3D benchmark app for an hour on these devices, since it was going to task both the CPU and the GPU. And that was exactly what I did for the next 1 hour, having several reruns of the app in this 1 hour window. The Pouvoir 4 eventually dropped to 49%, the Spark 5 went down to 42%, 39% for the Camon 15, and the P36 had 36% left. So this was a total of 5 hours so far in this battery drain test. I decided to push things a little further. I played a YouTube playlist on these smartphones. Note that these devices were all connected to my home router's Wi-Fi network the whole time. I had them run through the videos, and after an hour, the Pouvoir 4 had a slight 7% dip to 42%. The same amount of dip was seen on the Spark 5, which then had 35% left. The Camon 15 was at 31%, while the P35 lost 10% charge, leaving it at 26%. I continued with the YouTube playlist run for another additional 1 hour, and after that, the Pouvoir 4 was left with 35%, 27% for the Spark 5, 23% for the Camon 15, and 14% for the P36, bringing our total test time to 7 hours so far. I was pretty much exhausted at this point, but guys, still had to push these devices till we sapped the last drop of energy here. By the way, if you are enjoying this content, kindly hit on that subscribe button, as it would be massively appreciated. Okay, so the next session for the test had me running tempo runs simultaneously on these smartphones till they all dropped dead. It basically took a matter of 15 more minutes, and the itel P36 died out at 7 hours 50 minutes, leaving the rest of the devices from left to right with 28% for the Pouvoir 4, 19% for the Spark 5 and 14% on the Camon 15. Things continued for yet another 1 hour 20 minutes before the Camon 15 shut down at 9 hours and 10 minutes, leaving the Pouvoir 4 at 17% and the Spark 5 at 5%. With these two devices still going at it, the TECNO Spark 5 finally gave up the fight at 9 hours 37 minutes, and at this point, the Pouvoir 4 had 12% charge left on it. What this surprised me was how long the 12% charge on the TECNO Pouvoir 4 did last. I had to wait for an additional 1 hour 37 minutes before the battery king shut down, bringing its total lifetime in this test to 11 hours and 14 minutes. So finally, it took me 11 hours and 14 minutes to drain the battery on the TECNO Pouvoir 4, 9 hours 37 minutes to drain the Spark 5, 9 hours 10 minutes to drain the Camon 15, and 7 hours 15 minutes to drain the itel P36. If you really did love this battery drain test and want to see more of these in the future, kindly hit on that subscribe button, click on the bell icon to turn on post notification, and guys, do not forget to like, share this video as it does help us a bunch. Other than that, it's goodbye and I'ma catch you in the next one. Cuidate.